And crimson clover. Crimson clover is the fastest producing clover that we can really use here for a cover crop. We can plant berseem and some of those, but when we get a hint of frost, berseem clover just goes and dies. Okay, so if you plant berseem clover in 2 weeks and maybe it frosts 3 weeks later, it gets down to 32, berseem clover's dead. You got no value out of that, plus it costs twice as much as what the crimson clover does. Crimson clover has been measured to produce 145 units of nitrogen, and that was about 90 days after it was planted. Following wheat, we planted crimson clover and radish, produced 144 units of nitrogen measured by Purdue University. Our radishes held on to 130 pounds of nitrogen. Woo! Like Jill said the other night, ooh la la. Or maybe I said that.
You said that.
I think I paraphrased Jill. But anyway, but they love each other. It's a perfect union. And like Mark said, one's a scavenger and one's a giver. Perfect marriage. So think about that. All right. Anyway, the reality is that this mixture works really well together. It is not a good grazing mix. In the produce market, this is fabulous. In fact, we've got a produce marketer in Southern Illinois named John Miller. And John actually mixes annual ryegrass with the crimson clover and the radishes. And he wanted us to call it the John Miller mix. We called it NutriBuilder instead. But he's an Amishman that's very much an entrepreneur and wants to practice and try different things. Ryegrass with the radish, so extremely deep roots with a big tuber and with a nitrogen producer. I mean, that's just fantastic. However, I'm going to agree with Jill. Maybe we better put oats with the radish and the crimson clover, and that way the oats die, the crimson clover should live, the radishes die, so next spring hopefully you got crimson clover and you're trying to kill it and not try to kill the ryegrass.